Take two. Did you know the most powerful way to get thoughtful, reliable focus from your dog isn't more dog training or even this 10,000 hour rule? Now, I know that sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing that repetition's the mother of all skills, or crate training, positive reinforcement, and even clickers. And while all those are amazing, and I use them almost every day, I want to share with you 3 secrets today that may just revolutionize the way you train your dog. My name is Brady. I'm a neuroencoding dog trainer, and I've helped hundreds of dog trainers over the course of thousands of training sessions show their dogs how to come when called, sit nicely for the things that they want, and to walk nicely on leash. So what is this most powerful thing? It's neuroencoding. Now, neuroencoding is the way the brain recognizes patterns, and from those patterns we get new behaviors. And you can think of neuroencoding kind of like a computer, or the brain like a computer. The computer has hardware, and the brain has different parts. And then there's this software. It's the actual operating system that makes it all work. Now, as we think, so we feel, and as we feel, so we do, and the results we get are all included in that. So I want to share with you 3 secrets about neuroencoding that can change your dog training. Now, I know what you may be thinking, what is neuroencoding and will it really help my dog? But stick with me because I'm going to share with you these 3 secrets. Secret number 1 is understanding how our dogs learn. Now, I'm going to take you back to high school and we're going to talk about psychology and Ivan Pavlov. Pavlov discovered that when he brought out a bowl of food to his dog, that they would start to salivate or drool. And he got curious if he could take that behavior of drooling and transfer it to something that meant nothing to the dog, a bell. And so what he did is he took a bell and he would ring it, and then he would bring out the dog food bowls, and the dog would start to salivate. After about 20 to 30 times, the dog would start to drool just when he would ring the bell without the food. And so what he discovered is what dog trainers call the ABCs of dog training. What the ABCs are antecedent, or the trigger, the behavior, and the consequence. Now, why is that important? That's important because our dogs are doing everything in a pattern, just like I mentioned with the neuroencoding part. So secret number 1 is understanding how our dogs work. Secret number 2 is understanding that this is already happening all the time, all over the place. Our dogs have learned that they need to be bad in order to be good sometimes. And I'll paint a picture for you. Have you ever walked home or walked inside and you're tired from a day of work and your dog's super excited and they come and they jump on you? And what do? You say off and then sit. And then they get off and they sit and you tell them good job and you love on them. That's something super normal that I see a lot of people do. And now if you were to look at this pattern though, the dog has learned that they need to get your attention by being bad and jumping on you, to which you tell them to get off and sit. Now this seems all fine and dandy because your dog sat and they did what you said. However, the pattern is going to continue indefinitely because the dog understands that they have to be bad and get your attention and then be good. So now that I've shown you this, you kind of can't get out of your head. Secret number 2 is the dogs feel they have to be bad in order to be good. Now secret number 3 is going to be what we're going to do about it. So often I see dog owners complain that their dog doesn't come when called. And when I thought about it, it's typically because every time they go to grab their dog's collar, it's to leave the park or to leave their friends or maybe go in their crate or stop them from eating something. And so the dog learns from this pattern that when I see the hand coming from my collar, I better leave because it's bad news. And so what happens is the dog sees your hand and then they run away. And the consequence is they have a great time while you're chasing them running around. It makes so much sense for the dog. Why wouldn't they do it? So what I do is I help change that association for the dog. And it's one of the first games we learned, and I learned this from Susan Garrett, who's a brilliant 30-plus time world agility champion. And it's kind of a foundation for what we do here. So if you were to grab your dog's collar and then give them a treat, or grab your dog's collar and take them for a walk, or maybe play a game of tug with them, they would soon learn that when you reach for their collar, something amazing is going to happen. So secret number 3 is we want them to do what we want and then what they want. And it starts with this neuroencoding and recognizing these patterns. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Brady, am I really training my dog to be bad? Are they really training me more than them? Well, this is the tricky part. I've studied these patterns and I've realized that these dogs are so smart and everything is just operating off of a pattern. And I've found that when dog owners go to correct or tell them to leave it or to stop, what that's doing to the dog owner is it's getting them to only focus on the negative of their dog. And that means their dog's always in trouble. They're always trying to catch their dog for something wrong. And plus it's a pattern you probably hasn't changed already. The dog jumps on you, you tell them off, it's gonna happen indefinitely. Me thinking long-term about this, I don't wanna be someone who just always looks for the bad in my dog. I wanna be someone who looks for the good and celebrates them for what they do amazing. And I wanna be in charge of showing them the right way to do stuff. Now, after studying these patterns, these neuroencoding patterns, I found that you can train a dog to do almost anything. You can train a pigeon to guide a missile for the military, a pig to paint, a dolphin to dance, or to even find submarines. Heck, I even use it for myself, and I make myself like vegetables more by planning some tasty desserts after. Or maybe surfing, I can get beat up by some waves, or jujitsu, I can get beat up, but I go get a burrito after. So I train myself to do the hard stuff first, and then I get what I want. And so what this does for you is it takes you from being a dog manager to being a dog owner. And being a dog owner means you get to look for the good in what your dog does, and you get to set them up for success and celebrate them. Now, me being a neuroencoding dog trainer and helping a bunch of people do this already, as well as I've trained a pig to paint, what I do is I help point out the patterns and I help keep you accountable. So can I ask you a question? What I've created is the 5-4-30 challenge. And if you click the link below, you can go commit to training your dog for 5 minutes for the next 30 days live with me, where I can help keep you accountable and show you some of these patterns that I found. Now, honestly, I can't keep this challenge going forever, and the price is probably going to go up because there's limited spots available. So what I would do is I would sign up for the link while it's still available right now. Now, I want you to know that I'm always here to help you, and I just can't wait to share with you all the amazing success stories we've gotten for holistic, game-based dog trainers who are struggling with their dog pulling on leash, stealing food, and running away when you call them. Now, there's also a super cool VIP offer, but today we're talking about the 5-for-30 challenge, and I just can't wait to see you inside. I hope you have a great day.